How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Rain Report for a Thursday, October 14th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your day. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by HockeyPicks.com. Anybody can play, anybody can join. Follow the top hockey pickers in the world each and every day right here at HockeyPicks.com. In fact, we had a few games last night, and we can see the honor roll. Somebody went 5-0. There's sports fan 626, Jim Santella, went 5-0. So congrats, Jim. Great night of picking hockey picks, and hopefully you guys are having yourself a good start to your day. Also, don't forget, play each and every day at bullpenpicks.com, and let's take a look at the current top scorers at bullpenpicks.com. In fact, when you go to the website, go to top scores, and you can see we have one game listed today, and there's Eddie O from Montreal, 892, Muss, 795, and Crankster, 374 are your top scorers at bullpenpicks.com. Only one play today, and I will make my pick later on here on the show. All right, good morning, Sniper. Good morning, Ralph. How's my sound coming to you guys? 795. It sounds like I'm a lot of bass today. I'm noticing that the sound is very I feel like Barry White or can't get enough your love, babe. Yeah, just feels like I got the big pipes there this morning with the with the sound here. Hey, I don't know how's the sound to you guys. Let me see. Barry White or can't get enough your love, babe. I'm just listening to myself here. Sounds perfect to me, says Sniper. All right, as long as the sound sounds good, it's just I don't know. It just for me it sounds like it's very bassy, if that's a word, right? I don't know if bassy is a word. If not, I just invented a new word, bassy. Okay. All right. So what we got on show here to tap on what we have on tap on the show here today. As you can see, I'm scrambling this morning. Got a lot of things juggling, doing videos, meetings, and trying to get the show back on track here, right? So if you are new to the Rain Report, welcome to the Rain Report. My name is Ron Raymond. I'm a professional sports handicapper who's been doing this now since 1996, going into my 24th season of sports handicapping. In 2009, I wrote the book, Ron Raymond's Top 50 Sports Betting Secrets, which you can get here each and every day by going to Tools, go to 50 Greatest Secrets, and you can see my book right here. And if you want to get the book, you can purchase it right here at atsstats.com. Also, if you go to our YouTube channel, you can see that I have a Ron Raymond's Top 30 videos and the tips. And if you want to get some of those tips, some of them might help you out, especially the Action Junkie versus the Sports Investor. And if you are a member of atsstats.com, when you get a membership now with atsstats.com, change the way a bit of our format of giving away the picks with your membership. So when you purchase a membership, either a monthly or year membership, you get my what I call the my action investing picks. So my beer pizza money picks, right? So let's say, for instance, I go to NHL, and you'll see that I'll have my top, my $25 per game pick, and whatever your unit is. Well, I call it beer and pizza money, $20-$25 wagers. Those are my picks that I like them a lot, but I don't love them. Because my sports investment picks are the ones that I put in the premium pick section. Those are the picks that I bet anywhere from $100 to $500 a game, and those are in my premium sections. Now, last night in my premium picks, I only had one game, and as you can see, when you go to picks, you go to premium. I had a free pick on the over in the Chicago, Colorado. They got a hot start. I thought this was going to be over in the first period, but then the both goalies settled down, and it was a 4-2 final, so we were able to push. But the Edmonton Oilers were my premium pick last night, and we were able to get a winner on the Oilers last night. And again, my premium picks are very selective. I don't have a premium pick every day. Saw Barry White in concert twice, says Ralph. And so my premium picks are not every day. In college football, I'll only have 2 college football plays. Same thing with the NFL. 3 at the tops. When it comes to the premium selections, and then the picks that don't make the premium selection, I call my beer and pizza money picks, and those are the ones you get here at with your membership of $24.99. And think about it, it's only $1 a day, so you're getting for if you're a whole year membership for $99, it's less than $1 a day. You get my beer and pizza money picks, and then if you want to upgrade, you can get the premium picks here in our premium section. All right, let's get to the horse racing selections, and today we're going to go to Gulfstream Park. And we are, let me see here. We go. We'll go Gulfstream Park for Thursday, October 14th. And I want to say good morning to Crazy Clouds in the house. And everybody's getting really pumped up for the game tonight between the Dodgers and the Giants. I got an opinion on that game, and I'll give it just in a few minutes. All right, let's take a look at race number 1 today at Gulfstream Park. $25,000 maiden claiming race. 12:50 post time at the stream. It's 1 mile on the dirt. We're going to go 815 today at Gulfstream Park in race number 1. Cool Star with Edgar Zayas taking the ride here on the 8-horse. Cool Star, 3-1 morning line. Alabama Jama with Miguel Angel Vasquez on Alabama Jama. That's a cool name. The 1-horse, 6-1 morning line. And Power G, Rios taking a ride on Power G, the 5-horse, 4-1 morning line. The value play, the Joker selection of the day is Bad Gus, the 4-horse. Rays on the saddle here on the 4. Bad Gus, 10-1 morning line on Bad Gus. All right, so there you have it. 815 is the recommendation if you're going to play an exacta. 811554. And if you're going to play a trifecta, 815-415 trifecta box. And if you're going to play Bad Gus, the number 4 horse, always remember to play the Double Dutch betting system. And that is, if you're going to play the Double Dutch betting system, you have a $20 budget. Put 10 to win, 10 to place on Bad Gus. This way, he comes in first, you get paid twice. And if he comes in second, you will get paid once. All right, the watching now, I wonder if did the notifications go out? Did you guys get the notifications when the show started? Sometimes I think that's what happens when the show doesn't. Sometimes YouTube is, they send out the notifications. Sometimes they don't. But just looking at the numbers here, I don't think the notifications went out because there's not a lot of people logged in at this moment. But that's okay. The show will go on. And let me see, what do we got on deck right now? Let's go to the SBI and take a look at the sports betting index for. I did not, said Sniper. Yeah, that's what I figured. I figured the what do you call it? Notifications didn't go out, so that's why we're not getting a lot of people logged in at this moment. That's okay. If they missed the show, they can always watch the replay, right? There's Quentin Johnson's in the house. Good morning, Quentin. And how about a Woodbine first race play? All right, we'll go to Woodbine. Let's go to free tip sheet. And we'll go to race number 1 today at Woodbine. In fact, I'll have to go to the premium tip sheet. And yes, I did, says Crazy. Okay, so Crazy Cloud got the notification. Awesome. All right, let's go to Woodbine today. And there we go. We'll go to race number 1 today at Woodbine Racetrack in Toronto, the Big TO. And today, race 1 is a $9,500 claiming race. 12:55 post time today at Woodbine. 6 furlongs. And it looks like it'll be on the dirt. 7:10.9 in race number 1 today at Woodbine. Super Smart with the Chimera taking a ride here on Super Smart. The 10-horse, Duke of Miami. Look at that. 20-1 morning line on Duke of Miami. Marino taking a ride here on the 10-horse. And Dancing Derek, Savazi taking a ride here on the 9-horse. Dancing Derek, 6-1 morning line. Now, if you're going to play the Joker today at Woodbine, Gotta Know Right Now, with Johnson taking the ride on Gotta Know Right Now, the 1-horse. Look at the value on the 1. 20-1 morning line. So pretty good value today on the Joker at the race number 1 at Woodbine. 7:10.9 is the recommendation. 7:10, 10:9, 9:1 exacta box. And if you're going to play trifecta, 7:10.9, 1:10.9 trifecta box. And also at 20-1, you got to put 10 to win, 10 to place on Gotta Know Right Now. Because if he comes in first, you get paid twice, and that could be a nice little ticket. So there you go, Ralph. That's today's race number 1 at Woodbine Racetrack. All right, let's take a look at the SBI for college football last weekend, and let's see. The more we get into college football, the more the upsets, I believe, are going to start. Just look at the ranking, right? When you look at the top 10 ranking of college football, and I did a video this year, the first 3 games of the season, go against top 10, top 25 teams, because I feel there's always an overvalue to those teams. But when I look at the top 10 right now, and let's take a look at those top 10 teams, you got Georgia looking really good. Iowa now, number 2. I'll use the coaches poll. I always use the coaches poll. Oklahoma, number 3. Cincinnati, number 4. Alabama, 5. You know what? Alabama, say what you want. They're still, in my books, they're still number 1. Ohio State, Michigan, number 7. Penn State, number 8. Yeah, they dropped down after that loss. They dropped down 4 ranks. Michigan State now that's a team that you got to be careful betting this weekend. As much as I love Michigan State, and then Mel Tucker's done a great job so far with the Spartans, I got a feeling because they you look at their record last year and where they come from last season, how are they going to handle the pressure being in the top 10, right? And then you got Oregon rounding off the top 10. So of all these teams that I mentioned, the two Michigan teams, you got to be careful. And I think Michigan's on a bye week this week. Let me see here. Michigan, Northwestern next weekend. Yeah, so Michigan, the Wolverines are on a bye. But I think the Spartans could be a dangerous play. Cincinnati, now that they're in the top 4, they they don't fly under the radar anymore. They could be in a dangerous situation. And when I mean danger, I just mean like the pressure getting to the team, a top 10 ranked team. There's an expectation. So you got to be careful. I think those two teams right there between Cincinnati and the Spartans, I think those are teams that you probably don't want to touch this weekend. All right, let's see. There's Good Morning Peyton Sports Girl logging in this morning. How about Woodbine? We did that. And you're welcome, Ralph. All right, so let's talk about the SBI, the Sports Betting Index, and let's see what has come in the last couple of weeks in college football. And as you know, Thursday is College Football Thursday, and I did some handicapping this yesterday, and I gave you guys some really good picks. In fact, I think I gave you like 10 selections last week, and I think 7 of them won. So if you recall last week, I gave 7 selections. Now, what I did this week is, and I do this every week, it's not just this week, I go through all the games, and I go look for the value of the games, right? And there's a process of elimination, and then I have my formula on how I'm not betting 75 college football games, right? So what I do is I look at all the games, and then I go get the value, and there's certain criterias that each team has to meet, and I'll go through those teams with you. I got 15 teams. Actually, when I did my research, there was 15 teams that made the cut, but I only kept 5 for the members area, 3 into the beer and pizza money, and then 2 of them make the premium picks. And if you're interested in my top 2 college football picks that went 1-1 last weekend, NFL went 2-0. I went 3-1 with football last weekend. They are up. My college football picks are up right now. All right, so let's take a look at last weekend and see what came in college football. Of all the favorites, there was, let me see here, of all the scheduled games, there was 46 games, scheduled line games that we tracked. 32 of the favorites won, and you can see 14 the underdogs lost. And let me see, 32 and 14. The over/under was pretty balanced at 24 and 22, and the underdogs very very balanced. It's always amazing. If you look at all the Saturdays, this is all the games with the most games. 22 and 24 for the dogs last week. The week before that, October 2nd, 26-30 for the dogs. So there's 2 weeks for the dogs. 3 weeks when you take this one, 33 and 24. Now the favorites did win one here, so that's 3-1 for the underdogs, 4-1 for the underdogs. This one here is pretty much balanced, 28-27. We'll give it to the favorites, but as you can see, the underdogs having a good year so far. And when you look at the year to date, because there was one game yesterday, this is going to throw everything out of whack. But underdogs are having a good start to the season. Now, NFL week number 5 is upon us, and you got a game tonight between the Bucs and the Eagles. I like the Eagles tonight, and I did a video on that, and hopefully you guys were able to watch that video. I like the Eagles plus 6.5 tonight. And in order to the Eagles, Eagles are a funny team, right? They week 1 they dominated Atlanta. Atlanta, as we know, they're not a really good team, but you got to give them credit. They went into Carolina. They were down in the first half, and they came back and to win that game. So very impressive. It just I got a feeling the Eagles are going to be one of those type of teams, right? Just very inconsistent. But we'll see tonight on Thursday Night Football, where the Rams or the Buccaneers going to Philly. And I think there's a bit too many points. I know my forecast has 28-25 on the system forecast favoring Tampa Bay, but we do have the Eagles covering the spread. All right, NFL so far this season, 56.3% of the underdogs have covered the spread. 53.8% of the unders have come in. And last weekend, it was an overs weekend, 62.5%. In fact, it was the first weekend since the beginning of the NFL season that the overs we're in a bullish situation. 62.5% of the overs came in last weekend. All right, let's go to, let me see what we got on deck right here. The top, you know what, we'll go to the trends are your friend. So if you go to the front page of ATSstats.com, you're going to see a picture of Nebraska quarterback Adrian Martinez right here. Click on the link right below it, and I got our top 10 college football trends. And there's a process that I did here, and of all the 15 teams that I selected, I went and got some of their top trends for this weekend. So just keeping on the winning path of the selections. When Oregon's a 10-point or more favorite during the month of October during week 4 to 8, they are 21-2 straight up. So a pretty good record here for the Oregon Ducks in week 4 to 8. In fact, you can see right there, 15-7-1 against the number, but 21-2 straight up against the number. Oregon, a 13-point favorite against Cal. San Jose State as a home underdog versus division opponent after division game and allowed more than 30 points against in back-to-back games. 8-2-1 against the point spread, and San Jose State +9 this weekend against San Diego State. San Diego State coming off a big win last week, so maybe a little bit of a letdown spot here for the Aztecs. And when Michigan State's a home or away team versus Indiana, so in their last 21 games, they are 17-4 straight up, 14-7 against the point spread, 13-6 to the over. But again, be careful betting Michigan State. They did make my top 15 value plays this week. Unfortunately, because of the situational handicapping, they didn't make the members area picks. But if you do like Michigan State this weekend, -5.5 against Indiana. And Indiana just not picking up where they left off last year, not looking as good as last season. Number 4, when North Carolina is a home team last 5 years during the month of October, 80% to the under, and they got a big one against the Canes this weekend. You got Miami, Ohio as a 10-point or more home favorite playing on Saturday during week 4 to 8, and they're coming off a road loss. The 9-3 straight up, but 9-2-1 to the over. So you might want to play the over between Miami and Akron. When Kansas, the Jayhawks are a home team last 5 years during week 4 to 8, the over 8-2. Kansas State coming off a bye week. Last game they played, they lost to Oklahoma. And when Kansas State's a home team during week 4 to 8, coming off a bye, 9-2-0 against the point spread, but 10-1 straight up. And Kansas State playing Texas Tech this weekend. Is it Texas Tech? No, sorry, Iowa State. Kansas State +6.5 against Iowa State. Kansas is playing Texas Tech. Boston College. You know what? I did like Boston College a lot here. I put them in my value play, but they might be my free pick of the week. But Boston College playing NC State, and when the Screaming Eagles, the Boston College Screaming Eagles, I don't know if they're still called the Screaming Eagles, but the Eagles as a home team during week 4 to 8, coming off a road loss as an underdog, 7-4 straight up against the number, but 9-2-0 to the over. So you might want to consider that this weekend, the over between Boston College and NC State. And Utah is a home team on 6 days rest, and they allowed exactly 22 to 28 points against in their last game. The over 11-3, but look at the straight up record, 12-2, and Utah facing Arizona State. Going to be a tough task. And again, that one there didn't make the cut as well. Nebraska as a road team is a favorite on 6 days rest, and they allowed 31 points or more against in their last game. 9-1 against the point spread and straight up, but 2-8 to the under. Maybe the under is where you want to go in that game for Nebraska. All right, let me see here. Nebraska. I'm just going to take a quick look on playing Minnesota. Minnesota's been very inconsistent. You know, they look really good out of the gate against Ohio State on that Thursday night game, and then MIA right now, missing in action, right? All right, those are the top 10 college football winning trends for this weekend. So trends are your friends right here for college football week number 7. Now again, those 15 plays that I was telling you about, those 10 that I was looking at, 15 of them overall, but only 3 made the beer and pizza money picks, and then my top 2 premium picks are listed right now in the members area. All right, so again, so all these picks that I put up right here, so Oregon -13, San Jose +9, Michigan -5.5, North Carolina -7.5, Miami, Ohio -19, Kansas plus 16 against Texas Tech. Central Michigan plus 5.5 against Toledo. Toledo, man, they were favored to win the MAC, and I don't know what's going on with Toledo right now. I think ever since that game against Colorado State, they just went downhill from there. Kansas State plus 6.5 against Iowa State. Boston College, which will probably be my free play this weekend, plus 3 against NC State, and Utah plus 1 against Arizona. Those were the games that made my value selection of the week. And the reason I'm telling you that is sometimes people, when they do their handicapping, they just need that little nudge, and they're saying, you know what, I was looking at that game too. I'm glad you mentioned that because now it makes me feel better knowing that you were thinking about it as well. But again, these are all indicators, right? Every time we do these shows and, you're looking for your picks, or to me, it's about indicators. You got to go find indicators. And I always say the more indicators you can string along to a selection, then you got yourself a nice little play. Peyton Sport Girl likes Utah State and Iowa State. Oh, you like Iowa State against Kansas State. Be careful because the coach for Kansas State, Kleeman, is a very good football coach. In fact, let me go get I haven't posted the coaches list. I don't know. Do you guys really follow the coaches list when I post them on the website? I don't get any feedback. So if I don't get any feedback, then I'm just not going to post it because there's just not any interest for it maybe. But looking at Kansas State, the head coach, Chris Kleeman, 14-13 straight up, 52%, 8-6 at home, 6-6 on the road, but a percentage of 67% covering the point spread, 2-4 against ranked teams. But Chris Kleeman going to the third season at Kansas State, and you know what? That's a tough gig right there, right? Kansas State, you're facing Texas, the Sooners, and the Iowa State, pretty good team this year. But a tough task for Chris Kleeman this weekend against the Cyclones. All right, those are your college football indicators for this weekend. And let's take a look at that baseball game here tonight. You got the LA Dodgers taking on the San Francisco Giants. And looking at tonight's starting pitcher for the Giants, you got Logan Webb going up against Julio Urias of the LA Dodgers. And when Urias goes up against the the Giants in his last 10 games, he's 5-5 straight up. And Logan Webb, 5-2 straight up against the Dodgers, 1-6 to the under. But 6.5, if that was a 7.5, I'd probably play the under. I'm not touching this game with a 10-foot pole. I'm going to enjoy this one as a fan. And I have a saying, right? When in doubt, get out. And if you don't like the play, you don't touch it. When Urias goes for the Dodgers, they are 27-6 straight up. And when Logan Webb goes for the Giants, they are 21-5. And looking at the computer forecast, 5.5 for the Dodgers, 3.25 for the San Francisco Giants. And looking at the value index, minus 190 is the value play here for the Dodgers, minus 148 for the San Francisco Giants. And the chances of winning does favor the Giants at 51%. The Kogos at 44%. And when the Giants are at home against those A-type teams that have a 60% win percentage, 11-10. But look at the LA Dodgers, 11-8 on the road against the alpha-type teams. So the top teams like the Rays and all those teams, the top teams, 11-8, pretty good record. And when the LA Dodgers are on the road, coming off a game that went over the total this season, 17-3 straight up in the next game. But again, I'm not when it gets to the playoffs, analytics, carry maybe like a 10% weight in my opinion. But to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. And to me, if you want to beat the Dodgers tonight, you got them at home. I think there's a lot of pressure on Webb and the Giants at home. If they fall behind, they're going to feel the pressure of the fans. And the Dodgers, full of experience, and to me, the fact that they got the Game 5, San Francisco needed to close them out last game, because now you go to Game 5 against the defending World Series champions. I think it's going to be a tough task. And as much as I love the Giants this year and made us a lot of money, I'm going to have to go with the LA Dodgers tonight, minus 103 or plus 103 now. So you're getting good value. I don't use the coach, to be honest. That's some expert level handicapping. I need to step my game up, because look at the Padres. They fired their coach because they sucked for a hot minute. Oh, I didn't see that. Did that just happen right now, Miss Denica? I didn't see that, so I'll have to check the wire on that. I didn't notice that they fired the coach. All right, let's go to NHL and let's take a look at the games on tap here today. And some good hockey games last night. Unfortunately for the Montreal Canadiens, Their offense on the power play really cost them the game. I love a teaser. Currently, I'm 67% with teasers. Wow, good job, Peyton Sports Girl. My last win was Monday night game. I took the over and the Ravens -1 after a 6-point -110. I have better luck with teasers than betting ATS. Yeah, you know what? Point spread is hard. Hey, here's a news bulletin. Here's a flash. Sports betting is hard. Hey, I'm not. I guess I'm not saying anything out of the obvious, right? And the fact is, anytime you're in the point spread and you take the favorite, you need two things to happen. You need the favorite to win the game straight up, and also cover the spread. So you got two tasks to do. But when you take underdogs, you just need them, not to win the game, but just keep it within reach, right? But yeah, this is why sometimes when I talk about sports betting and money management, and we talked about this yesterday, you cannot bet heavily the same amount every day. You got to have your beer and pizza money, which I recommend that you do. And if your beer pizza money is like $5, $10, $20 on a game, then that's your beer and pizza money type wager, right? That's enough to keep you interested in the game, give you a rooting interest, and and if you're lucky enough to come out on top, you make a little bit of a profit. But if you're doing this to make money, then you got to pick your spots, and you got to be selective, and you can go weeks without making a bet, because sometimes there's the only way I can really explain it, when you really absolutely love a game and all the stars align and all your ducks align, then you just have this feeling. It's like, okay, everything is lining up for this pick. The situational handicapping's there, the analytics are there, my gut feeling's there, the experience there. There's just so much, and as a professional sports bettor and handicapper, when this there's a play that's just it just falls right into place, then you hammer that play, right? And that's why I say, if you follow my baseball selections in the last month of October, I think I gave out like 1 or 2 premium picks, right? I was very selective. That's because some of the prices were stupid, right? Like you're talking 300, 400. I'm not laying that kind in baseball. And normally I don't even bet playoffs. When it comes to sports betting in the playoffs, normally I just, maybe the first round, but after that I hang the hat and that's it, and I get on to the next sport. I very rarely bet playoff sports. It's because less options. The line is very everybody. It's so the line is so subject that it's under a microscope that everybody's betting it. That there's just really no value in betting playoff sports, in my opinion, unless you get lucky and you feel you got a really strong opinion or a grasp on a game. Then you can go for it. I prefer futures betting, right? This way, if you're betting futures, and because you're always looking for that interest, what's going to keep you motivated watching the games. And if you got a futures ticket, I always feel those are good things too, right? So right now in playoff baseball, maybe you got a futures ticket. I think the Red Sox would be a good futures ticket right now. I don't know what the line is on the Red Sox winning the World Series. I'm going to check a look at Bookmaker, but I think the Boston Red Sox, hey, to me, you beat. It reminds me a bit of the my Florida Panther pick, right, this year that I liked against Tampa Bay. And when you beat the champ, anytime you think that the team that you thought was going to win the Stanley Cup or the Super Bowl or the World Series, and that team you were riding that got knocked off, I think Boston, it would be a great World Series future. In fact, let me take a look here on the Boston Red Sox to win the World Series. Plus 405. Yeah, the Atlanta Braves 595. Not crazy about the Braves, but I think Boston Red Sox plus 405. Good value right there. I think there's some good value betting the Boston Red Sox right now. All right, yes, in August, pitching coach Larry Rothschild. Yeah, they fired the pitching coach. Yeah, there's something in San Diego, that we didn't. As I said, there was something there. And it didn't go well. It didn't finish well, for sure. All right, let's go to your NHL computer picks here tonight. And we're going to take a look at the games on deck. And you can see it's a very quiet day. I don't know, maybe the announcements didn't go out. Normally I get, we're more people watching, but maybe people are busy today. Or maybe the show, hey, who knows about the show, right? They're saying maybe not today. Too much hockey. All right, Arizona taking on Columbus. Now the Blue Jackets, a 167 favorite. The over-under is set at 5.5. And looking at, I was looking at yesterday's the Rotor Wire. They normally have the probable goalies, and I don't think they nailed any of them. So I'm gonna have to find a better starting goalies website, because the one I counted on yesterday didn't do a good job giving us the starting goalies. Now, looking at the starting goalies tonight for Arizona against the Columbus Blue Jackets, you have Elvis Merzlikins going today, and it looks like Carter Hutton he's unconfirmed, but Elvis Merzlikins is a pretty good goalie for the Blue Jackets. Minus 167 is the price. Over-under at 5.5. And we do like Columbus in this one. 2.89 to 2.6. The over-under at 5.5. Montreal going up to crossing the border there tonight and taking on the Buffalo Sabres. Now, the Habs losing a close one last night. 2-1 was the final. Minus 141 is the... all the home teams won last night. Again, that's a good observation there, Mark Nations. Yeah, 4 of the favorites won too, I think. And looking at the Habs, 141 is the line, 5.5. And looking at the probable starting goalies tonight for the... Let me take this off here and put this over here. And looking at the starting goalies, you have Samuel Montembeault for the Montreal Canadiens up against Greg Anderson. Both are unconfirmed. I would expect Montembeault to be in nets here tonight. I thought Jake Allen played a good game, but again, I believe there's a game Saturday night at home against the Rangers. So 3 games in 4 nights for the Habs. It's going to be a tough task to ask Jake Allen to go 3-4, right? But minus 141, I like the Habs to bounce back here tonight against the Buffalo Sabres. Sabres were an absolute mess last year, and we'll see what happens tonight. All right, New York Islanders taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, the Hurricanes, man, they lost a lot of players, and they lost their goalies, right? Mrazek's gone to Toronto, and now the starting goalie tonight for the Carolina Hurricanes, Freddie Anderson of the last year of the Toronto Maple Leafs, Ilya Sorokin for the Islanders. I do like the Islanders in this one here tonight. When I look at the let me take a look at the lineup here for the I want to see the lineup for the Carolina Hurricanes, see who they got in the on their depth chart here. All right, so let's go to Carolina, and we'll see if there's any injuries. So Carolina, great head coach in Brindamore. All right, so you got Kotkaniemi, who used to be with the Habs. Sebastian Aho, Nekash is there. So the top line is good. Svenekov, Trocheck, Teravainen is very good. So the first 2 lines are good. Niederreiter, Stahl, Fast. Yeah, looking pretty good so far. The first, and then you got Stefan, Lorentz, and Martinuk for the 4 lines. So yeah, you know what? I do like the 4 lines. It's just the goaltending. Anderson is now the starting goaltender. Antti Ranta, Ethan Bear, Jacob Slavin, Skeech, or I don't know how you pronounce that. Skjei, Skage, and then Brett Pesci for the final 4. And then you got the Islanders. Islanders been a team on the up the last couple years, right? You got Barry Trotz, the head coach, Anders Lee, Barzal, Palmieri. You got Nelson, Bailey, Bulvigi, first 2 line. Pajot, Parise, Wallstrom, Clutterbuck, Cizikas, and Johnston. Top 4. Man, this is gonna be a really good hockey game. This could be a high flying game. I don't know if it'll be a high scoring affair, because you got Anderson. Anderson's still a question mark for me, but if you're looking for value, I think there's great value tonight in the Islanders at plus 105. I think the Islanders present some good value, but I don't think I'm gonna. I know I won't touch this game on the premium pick because this is a coin flip game. But I think probably lean, just a small lean. Maybe we'll see with the Islanders. Dallas taking on the Rangers. Rangers took it on the chin last night against Washington. 5-1 was the final. Ovi's still looking good. He popped 2 in the twine, as they say. And minus 132 is the line here today. The over-under at 5.5. And looking at the probable starting goalies tonight for Dallas, you got Braden Holtby. Hey, Braden Holtby is going around right now. Suitcase goalie right now, Braden Holtby is. And Igor Shesterkin, because Georgiev started last night for the Rangers. Georgiev. And we'll see who gets the still unconfirmed. And this is the one thing with hockey, right? Like, you got to wait till the last minute for these goalies to get announced. But we'll see. It's still early in the season. Hey, it's like hiding injuries in football, right? They're starting quarterbacks. But we'll see what happens. I do like the Rangers to bounce back here tonight. Minus 132 is the price. And we'll see what happens there. The forecast 2.9 to 2.6. The over-under at 5.57. No opinion on the total. Seattle taking on the Nashville Predators. Looking at the probable starting goalies tonight for the Kraken. Philip Grubauer and UC Saros. I forgot to mention this yesterday, and I played 2 futures ticket on that bookmaker. One was to win the Vezina, and the other one was the Coach of the Year. And anytime I do these futures ticket, it's always a long shot. And let me see if it's still up that you can wager it at Hockey Futures, NHL Futures. Let me see. Yeah, you can still do it. If you go to bookmaker and you bet the Vezina, here's 2 goalies that I put beer and pizza money on. All right, I put $20 on both these goalies to win the Vezina. Now the at bookmaker they have the favorite to win the Vezina trophy. Actually, they took it off right now. They took all the player props off. Crap, it's too bad. Anyway, the 2 goalies that I took, Mackenzie Blackwood of the New Jersey Devils. I really liked if he can stay healthy. I really like this goalie for the Devils. Mackenzie Blackwood and UC Saros. I took a shot, and both of them were like I think it was plus 5,000. So plus 5,000 was a good bet. But if you can get it anywhere, I don't know if anybody will put it back up or if it's too late and maybe they took it down. But UC Saros and Mackenzie Blackwood were the 2 top choices. And being a homer that I am from Ottawa, I took DJ Smith at plus 8,000 as Coach of the Year. Hey, you never know, right? I think DJ Smith's a really good hockey coach. He communicates well with the hockey players. Players love him. And if they can just get Brady Tkachuk signed, I think Ottawa, who knows what's going to happen with Ottawa. But, hey, at plus 8,000, I took a shot, right? You don't have to win the Stanley Cup. Just win the Jack Adams Trophy there, DJ. Hey, we're not asking much. All right, just wanted to get that out there. I forgot to mention that yesterday. All right, Seattle taking on Nashville, 3.6 to 2.65. The over-under set at 6.27. Pittsburgh taking on the Panthers. I love the Panthers here tonight. This line's going up. It was 175. It's now minus 182. Pretty good letdown factor, too. You just beat the defending Stanley Cup. But I wish this price was a bit lower. But I do like Florida here tonight. Big 3.34 to 3.07. The over-under at 6.41. LA taking on the Golden Knights. The Golden Knights coming off a win against the Kraken. The final of that score was 4-3. Minus 152. The over-under at 5.5. And the probable starting goalies tonight for Vegas, Robin Leonard against Cal Peterson. And for Pittsburgh and Florida, I forgot to mention the Tristan Jarry. Jerry against Sergei Bobrovsky. We'll see if I think Spencer Knight might be the guy down the road there. Bobrovsky, man, he really let us down last year in the some goalies are good regular season goalies, and when it comes to playoffs, the pressure really got to Bobrovsky. I was really disappointed. I thought that Florida had the team last year to win the Stanley Cup, but the goaltending let them down. But Tristan Jarry tonight for the Penguins. Or Jarry. Tristan Jarry. Not Jerry. Jarry. All right. Tampa Bay taking on the Red Wings. You got the probable Andrei Vasilevsky. Vazi. And then you got Alex Nedeljkovic, who was with Carolina last year. I think that was a big mistake letting him go. I thought he played really well for the Canes last year, and I really thought that was a mistake. Man, Carolina didn't like their goaltending, right? They let go of Mrazek and Nedeljkovic. I don't know about that move, but we'll see if Freddie Anderson, the pressure got to him in Toronto last year. What makes you think that's going to be different in Carolina, right? The game of the night will be here in Ottawa between the Senators and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, the Leafs coming off that 2-1 victory last night against the Montreal Canadiens. And I've said this many times last year, Ottawa, whenever they play Toronto or Montreal, it's their Stanley Cup, right? So Ottawa is going to have excellent value tonight against the Buds. At minus 172, pretty expensive here for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, Murray is pretty banged up. I heard this morning he might not go, so expect the backup to go. Forsberg and Peter Mrazek is confirmed for the Leafs. And Peter Mrazek, a really good choice here by Sheldon Keefe, because Mrazek played his junior hockey here in Ottawa for the 67s. So a good little coaching move right there, putting Mrazek where he played his junior hockey right here in the nation's capital. All All right, we all know when class starts, just be in the seats and ready to go when teacher shows up, says Mar Nation. Hey, what's happening with the ding dong bell? With the ding dong bell. What's the ding dong bell? What's happening with the ding dong bell? Am I missing a joke here? I just look for the show around 10:30. Notifications are unreliable. Yeah, see again, some people are not getting notifications, and that's 2 Thursdays in a row now. Hey, it might be a Thursday thing, right? But again, if you missed the show, not to worry. You can always watch the replay, and you can always see what happened today on the show. All right, there you have it, folks. That is the rain report today for a Thursday, October 14th. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one today. I know it little flew by. Man, I can't believe it's already how long we've been on the show here. We've been 40 minutes. And I'm trying to keep the show between 45 minutes now. I'm trying to get it down to a half hour so I don't keep you guys hostage here for, I got a lot of feedback and a lot of people are telling me the show's too long. So I'm trying to cut it down to, get it down to a half hour because I think people, they can't sit all day and listen to the rain report, right? As much as I would love to, but a lot of people in Ottawa today, I still like the Leafs, as Miss Denica. Yeah, I do like Ottawa tonight, and we'll see. But I think Florida Panthers are a really good play. Also, don't forget, you can follow my selections each and every day, but back to back. Yeah, we'll see. The ding dong is the notification bell because it's a picture of the bell. All right, yeah, notification bell. Yeah, hopefully the notification bells are going out, but only 14 people online, so that tells me people didn't get the notification today. But we'll be back on a Friday. And again, you can get my picks each and every day for hockey at hockeypicks.com. Go to your following or go to most followed. Look for the Ron Raymond and the Hall Olympic logo. Click on follow my picks and then go to your following. And my selections will be here each and every day. I don't think the show is too long. It's too short, it says Peyton. I appreciate you, Peyton. Okay. Miss Denica, NFL today and college football today. NFL tomorrow and college football today. So there you have it, folks. That is the rain report today for a Thursday, October 14th. And don't forget, if you're interested in my top plays, my best bets, the premium picks are listed in the premium section. And if you got a membership of ATS Stats, it's only $24.99 for 30 days. And if you use promo code OCT, as in October, OCT25, you'll get 25% off your membership for the month of October. It's a little promo running, a little Oktoberfest promotion. And I do have 3 college football picks listed right here. And I got 2 premium picks listed in the premium section. All right, folks, have yourself a great sports day for Thursday, October 14th. As I always say in this show, hasta la vista, baby. I'll see you mañana. Cheers.